doing dances together. I mean, what kind of part of the simulation is this? Explain this to me. I don't know what I was seeing. Cenat claims team reach out for Kamala Harris collab. So Cenat and his crew is claiming that Kamala Harris reached out. Hey man, it's election season. It's election season. Politicians are ready to twerk for votes. We've seen this literally in Atlanta. Well, not literally. They hired people to twerk for you so you can go to vote. And now they want to partner up with streamers because, hey man, streamers, I mean, let's be honest, they are reaching millions of people simultaneously. What better way to do it than to, check this one, than to team up with streamers and make sure you make the most out of it. RJ, let us know.
Yeah.
What's up?
Streamers are the new celebrities, right? So they are the new celebrities. Streamers are gonna be here. All the traditional news channels are gonna die down slowly but surely. They're trying to switch to the streaming platforms and trying to make the transition, but you see that people are more interested in seeing Cenat and Kevin Hart sitting and Drewski sitting making jokes than watching the news. Before we proceed, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, man. What if the most popular streamer on Twitch, one of the most, got a call from the Secret Service to collab with Vice President Kamala Harris? That sounds crazy, to be honest. Well, that's what Cenat is claiming. But is there any truth to this? Is it just a wild story? I don't know. Let's take a look at what he had to say about this whole situation. Fairski.
In a penthouse in New York. Then on top of that, I got the fucking Secret Service calling me 5 times, nigga! I don't know goddamn shit about politics, my nigga. I don't know nothing. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Listen, I had a bad bitch that I've been trying to get on for like the last 3 years, the last 2 years that I haven't spoke to in like a year. I haven't spoken to this girl in so goddamn long who gonna have the audacity to text me, "We need you a part of the campaign." At first I was thinking she was talking about like a video game, like a Modern Warfare game, or some shit. Or if not that, a clothing brand. I'm like, what campaign? Shorty gonna say, we're not gonna get into details. Say it right now. If this some way, somehow, something was to go into where I do the stream of politics, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to sit on my stream and say, why did you guys call me? Like, I don't know. I've never did anything with politics. And these blogs are like trying to say, yo, you gotta do this shit, God. And it's all the top blogs. And I'm like, bro, since when did niggas be in a...
So, the pressure is mounting, man. Kai has about 12 million followers on Twitch. And it seems like they're using man's kryptonite to get to the Holy Land, which is those 12 million followers. Have them being called by one of the, as he calls it himself, bad HB, to get and he didn't name who it was, but we all know. He didn't name her one time. He didn't say the name Kamala Harris of Kamala.
Kamala.
Harris. No,
Mamala.
that's Kamala.
Mamala.
Obama Harris. Obama Harris. Trying to, I mean, what better way to capture the younger votes by showing up to one of the most well-known streamers. I mean, there's only a couple of big dogs out there. You have basically Amp with multiple guys that are streaming millions daily, and you have Aiden, and we're gonna talk about Aiden later as well, because I mean, big dog Trump showed up to Aiden, and they went on to doing dances together. I mean, what kind of part of the simulation is this? Explain this to me. I don't know what I was seeing, but yeah, man. People are skeptical. Well, that's a bad version of the Matrix.
The Matrix Resurrection. The worst movie yet. The worst Matrix movie.
I watched Matrix Resurrection, try to cope with it by coming up with an explanation why it's this bad. But hey,
so bad.
Life can be crazy.
It's so bad it must be good.
It must be good, yeah. No, but basically, what you're seeing now is that the campaign of Kamala maybe saw what happened with Aiden, and they're like, let's try to counter this by doing the same, which tells you a lot about how forward-thinking Trump's campaign is, because they didn't think about this angle until he came with it. RJ.
Yeah, I think both campaigns are pretty are moving smart, I have to say. No one thought that Kamala would even stand a chance. But what Kamala is doing right now, remember, she's indeed looking for streamers. And Trump's been doing streaming.
Yep.
Been going to streaming platforms. Of course, he had the time because he wasn't the president or vice president. But another factor plays a role, KR. And that's, or at least another strategy that I find that I think is very important of Kamala needs to be mentioned. And that's her doing the Zoom calls with white men for Kamala, black women for Kamala. It's like, this is really, she might not get the platforms as much, or maybe she does, it's just platforms we don't know about. Yeah. But both parties realize that the mainstream media is not the most effective way to move.
It's done.
They'd rather go to streaming platforms. They'd rather go to do Zoom calls. They'd rather do those things, hold online conferences, than go in person to the places, because it's like it's just the power of content creators. The content creators are now the new celebrities.
Yeah.
You see it because how do you see it? Everyone wants to do content creation. We're doing content creation while we have our daily jobs. Athletes are doing content creation.
I don't have a job.
Isn't begging a
I'm
job?
inverse balling from a mama's basement.
Yeah. Okay. So they're begging for a job. Look at me. They're begging for a job. That was not what I was supposed to say. I was yo. They're doing content creation. Celebrities are doing content creation because this is the way to do it.
I don't know if it's begging or twerking for jobs.
Well, that's another thing. What I find it disgraceful is, of course, you need to let athletes, you need to let influencers speak, right? So that's like logical, but you can clearly see that this isn't a campaign about the policies.
That's
It's
crazy.
a
Yeah.
popularity
It's-
contest.